If you want to stop by.
No, I don't want to stop by. The only way this is going to work is if you call them up right now and you pitch them hard on taking cash. If you wait till Sunday, I'll predict it right now. You'll owe me dinner if I'm right. You're going to get a 135 FHA offer. Being able to negotiate and make offers is a critical skill to learn, and there's no better way for me to teach you than to show you. So get ready to look over my shoulder and watch me negotiate a real estate offer live coming up.
For a limited time, you can get a free copy of Jerry Norton's Quickstart Kit with everything you need to flip your first house in 30 days or less. Download it now at myquickstartkit.com.
If you don't know me, I'm Jerry Norton, and I went from dead broke to millionaire in 3 years, and now after doing thousands of deals over the past 16 years, I created this channel to help you learn how to make money, wholesaling and flipping real estate so that you can live your dream life. Be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss new videos. Recently, while doing a training event, I got on the phone to model how to negotiate and make offers on the phone, which I'll be sharing with you on this video. Now, this deal was a brand new on-market lead that came out for sale in one of my Metro Detroit neighborhoods. And as soon as I saw this property, I knew it was priced aggressively. And in today's market, at the time of this recording, anything priced halfway decent sells very quickly, which means speed to the deal is the name of the game. If I don't act quickly, I won't even have a prayer at getting this deal. Now, before we cut to the call and I show you how I worked this deal and made my offer, I want to invite you to get inside my head, if you will. Even though the voices in my head may not be real, they do have some good ideas. That reminds me, people say the back of my head looks really nice, but I just don't see it. You know, before I go on any long trips, I always put some salt and pepper on my head. What can I say? I'm a well-seasoned traveler. One more. I really like having a roof over my head. I guess you could say I'm a ceiling fan. Okay, that's enough dad jokes for today. Back to the video. I want to explain the reasoning and logic behind how I looked at this deal and analyzed it so that you can understand the way I negotiated and made the offer the way that I did. So here's a look at this deal. As you can see, it's dated but really clean. Now, this is actually to my disadvantage as a flipper because when a deal is nice enough like this, not only do I have to compete with other flippers, but now I have to compete with homeowners, which is extremely difficult because retail buyers will always pay more than investors. What got me excited about this house is it has all of the right features that a buyer wants in this particular market and price point for a 1,000 square foot house. It's all brick. It's a 3-bedroom, not a 2-bedroom. It has hardwood floors and it has a basement and a 2-car garage. Now, understanding the features of a home that buyers want, or what I call the market desirability of a home, is important when wholesaling and flipping. This varies from market to market, obviously, but whatever market you're in, take the time to learn what's important to buyers. Before picking up the phone, I did a down and dirty analysis that literally took me probably 2 minutes. What I mean by that is I comped the house to see what other similar home values are in that neighborhood. Let me show you real quick. If I go on to Redfin and I pull up my subject property and then right here click neighborhood, it will jump me down to the bottom, which gives me a direct link to that neighborhood or zip code. So I click on that and it opens up a separate window with a map on the left with a boundary line. In this case, it's the entire zip code. Now it automatically defaults to active homes currently for sale. On the right are comps with filters. So first I'm going to zoom in and look at just the immediate neighborhood of my subject property. So I'm right about here on this street, and I'm going to create a new boundary and isolate my neighborhood by not crossing any main roads. Now check this out. In this little neighborhood, there are currently no active homes for sale. So what does that tell you about the demand right now? Very high. Next, let's put in some filters and look at sold comps. Click right here, more filters. Then click house and click sold and go back 1 year. Now that is a lot of comps, so let's add in some more filters. Starting at the top, let's look at just 3-bedroom comps. For square footage, let's put a max size of 1,250 square feet so we don't look at any houses over that size. Next, let's click must-have garage and must-have basement. Now as you can see, we still have a ton of comps. Too many actually, so I'm gonna change the sold date from 1 year to 6 months. Okay, that's better. Now click apply and then click price to sort highest price to lowest. And because there is no inventory at all for sale in this neighborhood, I want to see what the comps look like for the top selling homes. And there are 2 comps that have sold literally in the past 30 days for $182,000 and $185,000 that are pretty much identical to our subject property, as you can see. Now, neither of these homes are remodeled. They're clean and they're nice and they're functional, but they have the original cabinets and bathrooms and are not newly renovated. That means it wouldn't take very much to make my deal look like these 2 comps that I could flip for $180,000. And guess what? The asking price of our deal is $125,000. And the current as-is condition is not that much different than those $180,000 comps, so you better believe this is a hot deal. So now that you understand the numbers, let's cut to the call so that you can see how I negotiated and made my offer. But first, it's important you understand how I'm gonna create what I call a competitive advantage. As I just pointed out, there's no homes for sale in this market, and this home is worth $180,000 without a full remodel, and it's priced for sale for $125,000. That means I'm gonna be competing with a lot of other offers. To even have a prayer at getting this deal, I've got to do 3 things to create a competitive advantage. First, I have to go directly to the listing agent and offer him to represent me as the buyer's agent. That way he gets both sides of the commission and earns 6% instead of 3%. I call this my double dip technique, and this gets the listing agent to have a direct line of communication with the seller, going to bat for me and working hard to get my offer accepted. Remember, double the commission. And if you'd like an in-depth video about how to use my double dip strategy to get agents bringing you their best deals, be sure to check out a video I did where I break it down in detail. On that video, I'll explain how to get my double dip scripts and checklist for free. I'll put the link to that video in the description below and you can check it out later. The second thing that I have to do to have a competitive advantage, to even have a chance at this deal, is I have to convince the agent to convince the seller as to why my cash offer is better than a retail buyer, even if it's a lot lower. Things like all cash, no financing contingencies, no FHA inspections or appraisals, or any of the headaches that come with a retail buyer. Now you'll see how I do that when we cut to the call in a minute. The third thing that I have to do to have a competitive advantage is beat out all the other interested buyers. In other words, get my offer in super fast and push hard for the seller to accept it before other agents start to show it and submit offers. My goal is when a hot new deal comes out to call the agent within minutes and get my offer in and hopefully accepted within an hour, and then get them to cancel all other showings. Easier said than done, and all the stars have to align, but if they do, and they always do if you do exactly what I'm showing you on this video and you do it enough times. Okay, so let's cut to the call, and I want you to pay special attention to how I position myself with the agent, how I discuss openly my numbers with him, and how I convince him to go to bat for me.
Hi, this is Ben.
Yeah, hi Ben. My name's Jerry Norton, calling about your listing on Dansbury.
Yes.
Do you have a minute?
Yeah.
Great. So I'm an investor looking at it like for a flip.
Okay.
So do you have like 14 showings set up before noon?
There's only 4, and I'm surprised.
That's it?
Because, I brought that to my investor before I listed it. It's really just needs updating and driveway.
Okay. Yeah, I was looking at some comps too, and like anything remotely close to nice pending and sold at like 189, 185.
Yep, that's where I had it. I told him, man, if you check it out, I'll list it for 185. It'll be gone in like 3 days.
Yeah. Yeah, so you got it at 125. What do you think what's the seller story? What do you think, where are they at with things?
I mean, they want the most money.
It's vacant though, right?
No.
Oh, it's not?
There's someone living there, and they do need occupancy after close.
How much?
Well, she needs to find a place to live with the proceeds. So probably 45.
Okay, so she needs 45 days. Is she willing to do like a per day thing or a holdback at closing, anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, if we need to do a daily rate for occupancy, then
I normally do like $50 or something, enough to where they're motivated to get out.
Yeah, security deposit, $1,000 and $2,500 deposit.
So Ben, I'm licensed in Detroit, but I'd let you write the offer for me because I'm interested in the property, not a commission.
Sure.
Can you do that? Would you be able to represent me as the buyer's agent?
Yeah, I've already discussed dual agent with them.
And they're fine with it?
Dual agency. Yep.
Great. Yeah, I'd like to put a cash offer in. I need to be a little lower though, because I'd probably have to spend about 25 or so on the rehab.
Okay.
And with closing costs and carry and so on, to try to get that 185, 190 number, I'd probably have to be down a little bit closer to like 100. You think they'll take that?
No, my investor offered 100, and there was no commission on that.
And they said no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 100's the number. I think your guy's probably right at 100 to make it worth the rehab. I mean, the other way I can look at it is there are some solds that are selling almost just as fast as the rehabs without much done other than, like carpet paint type deal.
That's true too.
I might be able to just try a carpet paint on this thing. Don't change out the doors, paint the basement, do a new garage door. The driveway is going to get flagged with FHA.
Yeah, I mean, you could just throw some hydraulic cement in there and slope it.
Yeah, I guess I'm not seeing it in the pictures, but you got some big cracks or something?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple trip hazards. There's probably
FHA.
trip hazards.
Those appliances stay though?
They do.
Okay, so I could probably keep those appliances. Paint. I've been painting cabinets a lot lately.
Okay.
Paint them white, and they're not new, but they look nice. Then they're not the old, 1990 oak or whatever. Those countertops I could probably get away with. The floors look great, the wood floors.
Yeah, they do. The floors are fine. I mean, it's really just the kitchen and bath.
The bathroom, I'll even glaze those bathrooms. Like glaze that tile.
Yeah. Hey, there's 3 good comps right in there that are like 182 and 185. They're dimed out.
Yeah, but there's some like just normal ones. Like I'm looking at this one right now. Came out for 169, sold for 182. And it's not a rehab. Back in May.
Pretty nice though. Was it kitchen and bath? How was it?
It's like I mean, it's full of people's crap, stainless steel appliances, but it's the, what do you call it? The cherry, the old 2005 cabinets, I mean, they're nice, but they're not, it's not a rehab. I mean, that's just the thing. If I spend, I'm going to have to spend probably to do something, or do, floors, paint, what else I got to do? Garage door, power wash the deck and stuff like that. I mean, I'm probably still going to spend 15, but the mechanicals are good, like the furnace is good.
Yeah, everything's like 15
Oh, there's
years old.
There's a good picture of the driveway. Yeah, it's got some pretty bad cracks everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
If I came in like all cash at 115, would they entertain that?
They probably would.
I mean, I could close quick and give them. I'll give them that occupancy.
They're gonna want to stall it until Sunday night.
Well, then I'll never get it. They'll never get it then, because you're going to get you'll probably get a bunch of dumb buyer's agents with their FHA buyers all over this thing. You are, and then you're going to have inspection nightmare. Mm-hmm. Maybe you can sell them on that. Like, hey, you really want to go down that road, or do you want to get it done for cash?
I mean, who knows? Maybe we don't have 115. Cash is king too. So if we have
cash, yeah.
125 with a bunch of garbage in there, and you're sitting there at 115, I would encourage them to take the 115.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to want to see how it plays out till Sunday night, no matter, unless it was like a full on thing,
So you're saying 125 they would pull it off? Like pull it off the market, stop showings and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little...
From an investment standpoint, that's pretty tight.
It's too tight.
My investor, we've been working together for like 10 years, and I bring him a bunch of these things, and I get them to him before I list them.
Yeah, how do I replace that guy?
I mean,
because I'd like you to call me too. I'm all cash. I'll let you write the offers for me,
Yeah, I mean, shoot me a text message with all your info.
Okay. Man, if I could get this at 115, I think I'd do it. I think I could make that work. Because I think I could probably, I would try my hardest to spend 10, not 15, but I think I could get, there's no inventory. I think I could get 180 for it. And I think if I spend 15, I could probably make it worth it.
I liked this deal. It's got everything. It's the 3-bedroom brick.
Yeah.
Basement and garage.
I know. That's brick. I mean, you can't get better than that.
Why don't we do this? So I've got an associate who's going to be sitting over there Sunday from 12 to 2. If you want to stop by.
No, I don't want to stop by. If you can go, here's what the only way this is going to work is if you call them up right now and you pitch them hard on taking cash. If you wait till Sunday, you're gonna be at. I'll predict it right now. You'll owe me dinner if I'm right. You're gonna get a 135 FHA offer.
Yeah. I know. Let me take it to him and see what he says.
Take it to him. You mean you'll get the full commission, and you know it. I'll give him the occupancy. FHA's not gonna want to do that. And FHA's going to nail this thing. They're going to hate that driveway.
What do you want to do for occupancy? $50 a day?
Yeah.
And a security deposit on top of that, or no?
I mean, I don't want to make it difficult. I just want to make sure I'm not stuck with somebody. So cash, close quickly, no inspection, no appraisal, no FHA nailing them on their driveway and peeling paint and all that stuff. See if we can get it at 115. But tell them that's like so it's not 115 counter at 120, like that's it.
Yeah. No, I mean, we just went through this with my investor. So.
Yeah, tell them I really want to be at 100, but I'll come up to 115.
Okay, I'll give him a call right now, see what he says.
Okay, so as you saw on the call, I was very relaxed with the agent. I discussed different exit strategies and I asked his opinion, and he opened right up and shared really helpful information with me. I focused on building a relationship with him. I joked about replacing his other go-to investor with me, and at the same time, I was direct and I coached him on what needed to happen in order for us, him and me, to get this deal. I really needed him to understand that waiting for an open house or waiting at all would result in us not getting the deal. Ultimately, it's not the agent's decision, it's the seller's decision, but the agent has a direct link to the seller and is the only one who can present our offer the right way to get it done. Now, if you thought that was helpful for me to break down the logic behind how I went after this deal and showed you how I negotiated and made the offer, leave a comment and say, thanks for showing what it really takes to do this business. Jerry, you are a flipping genius. And in case you're wondering, I texted the agent a few hours later for an update on my offer, and he replied, seller was tempted, but he wants to wait until Sunday evening. The showing requests are insane today. And I replied back, I know, we won't get it now. Now, this was on a Friday, so that's 3 days for offers to come in. So Saturday, I texted pending, ? And he replied back, incredible offer. Yeah, you think? So was this a loss? Was this a waste of time? Of course not. For 3 reasons. 1, every time I make offers, I get better at making offers. Number 2, for every no I get, I'm that much closer to a yes. It's just a numbers game. And 3, I made a great connection with that agent and he will bring me deals in the future. Don't get in this business if you're not in it for the long haul. That reminds me, I've got capital and systems to do deals, and if you're willing to get out there and use the tools and techniques that I teach here on my channel and find a good deal, I'll pay you $10,000 for it. So if you want to be a finder for me, I put together a free training with all the details. To register right now, go to my10kcheck.com. And next, I want you to watch another look over my shoulder video where you get to see me negotiate and make the offer live, and this time I get my offer accepted. So watch that now, and if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to my channel. And I've got one more dad joke for you. I recently started rehabbing a house, and I quickly got in over my head, so I decided to get some professional help. I also hired a contractor to work on my house. All right, see you on the next video.